Good morning everyone and welcome to my channel English Literature. Today we are going to talk about colonial period. We have talked till 1619 and today we will proceed from 1620. Okay. I feel if we follow timeline and if we read history through timeline, we can remember more. This is my theory. Now, colonialism 1620 to 1700. Today we will discuss 1620 to 1700. In our previous video, we discussed till 1619. So here we start from 1620. Though 1607 is marked as its first real settlement, can you hear? They are chirping at their loudest voice. They are quarreling. Who can reach the peak of the mango tree? They are quarreling over that issue, and every day they did this. Can you hear? Okay. The 1607 is marked as the first real settlement in America under Captain John Smith. We have talked about that in previous video. That 1607, the first real settlement. Actual story of America started with the arrival of 100 or someone says 101 Puritan fathers comprising 41 families. With their settlement, actual story started. And do you remember the story of Ranauke by Walter Raleigh? That time settlement, and it was totally vanished. We talked about that the settlement was totally vanished, and that also happened during the time of 1607 settlement. If not rescued by the natives or if not helped by the natives, they have to face the same fate. 1607 the first settlement, and then 1609 almost 90% people settlers died. Tremendous bad weather, heat wave, 1909 summer, and food scarcity. There is no food. Even people started eating the leather boots and the dead body of other. So that was the situation. But the aboriginal, the native peoples helped them with food, and they gradually recovered the situation. But 90% people died, and that settlement was they also may be abolished if they are not helped by the local people. So the first concrete story of settlers will start from 1620. The Puritan expedition, a group of 100 or 101 Puritans boarding the Mayflower ship, you have to remember the name, sailed from England to the east coast of America and founded Plymouth Colony in Massachusetts under William Bradford. All these points you have to keep in mind. Okay. Mayflower ship, because Mayflower they will later contract a Mayflower contract. They will sign a Mayflower contract. Mayflower ship, Plymouth Colony in Massachusetts. William Bradford, and it is the time of James I's rule. They termed themselves as pilgrims. Religious motive for them. America was a promised land, and they were the chosen people who are sent by God for the emancipation of those native originals. That was their mission, noble mission, white man's burden. They signed a Mayflower. It became cliche. I myself used that word too many times. They signed a Mayflower Compact and established a government and legal structure setting up Plymouth Plantation. It is the first written documents establishing a form of government in America. What? That Mayflower Compact. They had an 800,000 acre grant of land from the Virginia Company. Along with that, they had fishing rights, trade rights, the rights to interact with the natives. So they were well prepared and they were well equipped also. They took the necessary provisions along with the food. Are you feeling disturbed with their chirping? I have nothing to do with that. They will not listen to me. If I tell them भैया लोग तुम ठहर जाओ, मैं इधर I am teaching here, they will not understand. There are total 4 and they are continuously chirping. And tools, they bring along with them foods, books and tools, and they brought domestic animals also. So they were well equipped, they are well prepared for the settlement because they already have the earliest experience, they heard about the earliest experience of the early settlers. So they were well equipped. They faced some threats from the native people, but soon as epidemic of smallpox and plague subdued the rebellious spirit of the natives. The native people, they have no immunity power against those diseases. Oh my God. Sorry for this disturbance, but actual reason I am telling you what. A monkey come here. I cannot show you the picture because it is totally opposite side. A monkey comes here. That's why the birds are chirping. And now the monkey just उन लोगों को भगा दिया और वो ये मैंगो पेड़ पर बैठ गया और इधर स्क्रैचिंग कर रहा है और वो भागकर उधर उस मैंगो पेड़ पर चल गया, उधर से चिपिंग स्टार्ट कर दिया. So you can understand what is going on in front of here America and there a monkey and उस पेड़ पर कुछ birds. Okay, come to America. Almost 90% of the natives died because they have no such immunity power against these diseases. Concentrate, focus. 1626, Puritan expedition from Dorset colonized now Keg in 1627. Actually, after 1620, gradually various settlers were coming and they were coming and settled there. 1626 to 1628, 1629, a royal charter is issued for the Massachusetts Bay Colony. And 1630, again an important landmark, after the 1620. 1630, another group of Puritans arrived. They found the Massachusetts Bay Colony in 1630 under the leadership of, so what is the name of previous? Plymouth, and now it is Massachusetts. Okay, it is under the leadership of John Winthrop, and that was under the leadership of John Bradford. William Bradford. It was Plymouth colony, William Bradford, 1620, and it was 1630, 10 years after Massachusetts Bay Colony, John Winthrop. And Winthrop was chosen as the governor in October 1629 for the next 20 years. So just before they came here, Winthrop was chosen as the governor for 20 years. 1630 to 1643, immigration was going on. Settlers came and they settled there. And one after another new colonies started setting up. Now 1620 to 1640, a large number of people migrated to New England. They were mostly Puritans, staunch Protestants. In England, what happened? Why from 1620 to 1640 and why all those who were Puritans were coming from England? Yeah, there is a reason. In England, they had to live under the fear of cruel punishment from King James I, followed by his son Charles I. So that was the case because James I, Queen Elizabeth was liberated, she was Protestant and there was no problem. But when Queen Elizabeth died and James I came in the throne, he was staunch Puritan, staunch Catholic. And the Puritan has to face severe punishment, death, threat. So, and there is Bishop Laud. You have to keep in mind, this is a very important name because he was the mastermind of all type of cruelty and punishment. He was an official of the church. The Puritans were whipped, thrown into prison without any reason, killed on gallows, burnt or put under different false trial, afflicted with severe physical tortures. And all this mastermind was Bishop Laud. So in that fear, the fear of getting punished and fear of death, they all came in that new land to live at peace and also to dominate over the common people, original native people with their own religion. That religion which was causing their death sentence that in England, they can practice here with bossy style. They have to live in fear. Anytime they can be hanged, they may be whipped. So here they came and they started stretching their strategies, focusing on their religion. That is the real religion, Puritanism. So till 1640, the fear of torture and persecution drove them to New England. In 1640, Long Parliament, we will talk about that in details when we will talk about British history, in English history, then we will talk about this time. Long Parliament was held and that later blocked the action of Archbishop Laud in 1645 and King Charles I in 1649, who was beheaded, and chose Oliver Cromwell as the leader of the Commonwealth. So the rise of Puritan immigration stopped after 1640. Interestingly, after the execution of Charles I and the setting up of the Puritan Commonwealth, many of the cavaliers started flying here. Okay, so what happened? The scenario just get reversed. Puritans were coming till 1640, 1645, and when Oliver Cromwell came in the throne and the rule of Puritanism was going on, so the cavaliers, those are the followers of Charles, they भाग किधर चलाया, ठीक है. Now, the primary concern of the settlers was to find the right kinds of location to settle in. So, what they should settle? They have to find the right kind of location and to maintain their daily existential life, toiling on the land and fighting with the harsh weather. Because it was not actually Eden, the Garden of Eden, and it was not paradise. They had to toil hard for their existence, to keep them alive. They have to work hard for food, for shelter, for everything. 1626, a Dutch purchased Manhattan Island from the local native. So, Dutch, Spanish, Portugal, France, all were coming. 1630, Puritans found the city of Boston. 1637, the Piquet War occurs in New England. The Piquet tribe completely perished and the colonial master classified them as extinct. A few survivors got mingled with the other tribes. The Piquet War. 1639, first printing press in America was set up in Cambridge, Massachusetts Bay Colony. First printing press. 1656, the Quakers arrived in New England. The Quakers were much reasonable and much liberal than the Puritans. 1660, England passed Navigation Acts and later they passed all other acts like similar acts. 1682, the city of Philadelphia is founded. 1692 to 93, we will talk about this incident and Piquet War in another video. Some most important incidents of American history like Piquet War, Salem witch trial. It is very important. We will talk in details about that. Salem witch trials begin in Massachusetts. Almost 20 people were executed on the charge of witchcraft, and among them most were women. Even in our country, India, and even I don't know about other country, but women are always become the victim of the cruel practice of witchcraft. They don't practice witchcraft, but they are the victim of this practice of charging the blame of witchcraft. 1699, the capital of Virginia moved from Jamestown to Williamsburg. Okay. So in our next video, we will talk after that. And American Revolution will start very soon. Various type of operation was going on, tax. These things we will discuss in next video. Okay. I feel that this video is total on disturbance, chirping of birds, diverting. Anyway, thank you.